As an independent filmmaker, I travel a lot doing solo or extremely small crew shoots all over the country. When I travel, I try to only bring a single case of gear with me to keep it easy, and over the years, there have been a few things that I'm constantly reaching for, so I always pack them no matter what. I wanted to share a couple of those things with you guys, so let's jump into it. Now, these aren't camera-specific items or even camera gear. It's more AKS stuff that I always make sure are in my gear kit. Side note, if you didn't know what AKS stands for, it stands for all kinds of stuff. That's the YouTube family-friendly version. And when I travel as light and small as I can, I keep most of these things inside of a small 5-inch CRD brick, which I guess is our first item. One of these things, a CRD brick. A CRD brick is a little bit different than a CRD bag. These are a bit thicker than a little CRD bag or just like a tool bag in general. If you've ever seen cord bags, they're incredible for a number of reasons. One, the build quality is absolutely insane. And I love that there's Velcro on the top. You can stick these little Velcro tabs on, like this AKS one, so that I know when this is in my bag what it is, because they all sit vertically stacked together in my camera bag. So it can be hard to see what's inside of them unless I have them labeled somehow. These bags are absolutely incredible, and I guess this is item number one because it's what I put all of my AKS stuff in when I travel really small and light. All right, item number two, a multi-tool. There's a couple that I use all the time. This small rig one, which is a small rig film riot collaboration. I love this one. It's a 10-in-1 tool. This thing is absolutely incredible. It's got almost every tool that I need, the biggest of which is a flathead screwdriver, but you wanna make sure you have a Phillips head, a flathead, and a bunch of different size Allen wrenches. I really like this smaller tool because the different tools actually lock in place in multiple different positions, depending on how you need to be able to torque whatever you're working on. This thing is pretty great. However, there aren't all of the Allen wrenches that I actually use all the time, which is why I use this red Sidewinder tool. Apart from coming inside of this little case that you can attach to your belt, super handy. The red Sidewinder tool is just that. It's just a red branded multi-tool, essentially. This is usually the one that I will travel with 100% always. It kind of bounces between this one and this one. Both of these are super handy. I do like this one because it locks. This one, the tools don't actually lock. They're just sort of loose, but this has more Allen wrench options than this one does. Item number three is probably something you maybe have heard of. Bongo ties. Now, what is a bongo tie? A bongo tie is essentially just a big rubber band with this sort of wooden dowel at the end of it. The rubber band is wrapped around the dowel, and then you take the rubber band, just wrap it around something and lock it down. It's super handy for putting things on tripods, light stands, or other objects that are small enough for this rubber band to fit around it, especially with things that you don't want to have tape residue on. Item number four is a lens pen and an air blower. Now, I prefer an all-electric air blower like this one from Nightcore, and it's super handy. It's USB-C rechargeable and it lasts forever. I honestly can't remember the last time I charged this thing. So instead of using the brush on this Nightcore air blower, I use this lens pen. The lens pen is super duper basic. It's just a single brush, and then on this side you can unscrew the cap, and it's like this little, you just kind of tap the lens, kind of tap the lens to get the dirt off. Pretty great, works really well, and I usually keep both of these in my AKS bag at all times. The other lens-related item that I keep in my AKS kit at all times are these Zeiss lens wipes. These things are fantastic if you just need to really quickly clean your lens after dusting it off. There's some actual dirt or something that you need a wet wipe for. These lens wipes from Zeiss are incredible, super good, can't say enough about them. However, you can always use something like Pancro spray. This is like industry standard lens spray, and something like a Kimtech wipe. You just take some of the spray it onto the wipe, and then wipe and clean your lens off that way. These are great. I usually have something like this in my bag if I can fit it as well. I'll take some of these, put them in a Ziploc bag. I don't need this entire box on a single trip. I'll take 10 or 20 of them, and that's usually fine for a 1 or 2 day shoot. That's pretty much everything I keep in that tiny AKS CRD bag, but I wanted to mention I always also have a power supply of some sort. This Anker 140 watt power supply is the one I've been using for a few years. It's great. It's got like a digital readout of how much power you're using. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 USB ports for power charging. I just generally bring this one plug and I can get all of my batteries charged, my laptop charged, any accessories charged that I need charged. This thing is a beast. I highly suggest using something like this or leaving something like this in your bag at all times. This is 100% not an exhaustive list of everything, but it's a few things that over the years, I try to make sure are always in my bag no matter what on these solo or really small crew shoots, especially if they're super quick turnarounds. Sometimes some of these shoots that I go on are same day turnarounds. You fly in, you film, you fly back out. I try not to do that because it's honestly a pain in the butt, but it happens sometimes. And the smaller the amount of gear you can bring, the better. And the less you have to check, the better. Well, that'll do it for this first episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe. All of the products that I showed are linked down below in the description. If there's something that you use that I didn't talk about, that's something you always bring with you, just let me know. Post it in the comments because I'm always looking to find new gear and new things that I have never even heard of that might just make my life easier when I'm trying to film, especially as a solo filmmaker. With that, I will see you guys next week.